Hi guys, I'm Jakester, and today I'm going to be telling you the artist that will save music. Who do you guys think will save music? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be telling you guys the 5 artists that I think will save music. Let's get right into the video. The first artist I'm going to have to go with to save music is none other than Nine Vicious. Now, if you don't know who Nine Vicious is, he just signed to Young Thug and YSL. Also, they were recently together. They were together on Instagram Live. Well, they weren't together, but they were live together on Instagram Live. Now, if you've never listened to Nine Vicious's music, it's honestly really good. Now, the whole gimmick, the whole marketing gimmick that Nine Vicious and his team has going on is very skeptical, and I'll make a whole separate video about that if you guys want it. But if I had to recommend 2 albums for you guys, it would have to be Studio Attic. Is by far Nine Vicious's best album, and that's why I believe he has the chance to save music. Now, with his most 2 recent albums with Tumblr Music and B4FN, I think Tumblr Music was pretty mid compared to Studio Attic. Now, I would rate Studio Attic almost a 9.1, 9.2 out of 10. Tumblr Music was almost an 8, so it was like a drastic fall down for me. But I think with B4FN, I see that he's trying to develop his sound and really get into that mainstream level and really develop the right way. So I have to give Nine Vicious his props, besides, all the allegations and all the weird stuff. Talking about music strictly, I think Nine Vicious can have a severe influence. I think if he keeps working on developing his sound, he can really be inspiring for the upcoming generations for sure. And I think he can save music. The next artist I'm going to have to go with that I think will save music for our second artist, I'm going to have to go with no other than Until Japan. Until Japan has been going crazy since last year. Now, he started going crazy with that whole TikTok song. Until Japan was going crazy starting last year, started his whole run. And I think in Rolling Loud is when I started to maybe doubt Until Japan. I wasn't doubting him. I could just see he has a lot of work to do. His crowd presence when he was performing at Rolling Loud was not good. It was pretty awful. I've seen a lot worse Rolling Loud performances, but I think he just has to, get that groove, really get ready for it. But when it comes to the music, this man's music has been nothing but incredible. His last album was almost a 10 out of 10 for me. I think this album was almost a 9.5. I think I had it at 9.35. Safe Travels is a 9 too. Like, his last 2 projects were almost perfect albums. The production, not stagnant, very beautiful. It's like his own sound. His aesthetic is so fire. His branding is cool. Like, everything about him I can see. Like, I just love everything about him. It's like he's kind of nostalgia baiting, but at the same time, it's natural. It's his own sound. He's trying to be him. I really fuck with the originality behind Until Japan. And if Until Japan keeps dropping music like he has been recently, he's going to be the top of the top in the underground. And I think he's going to have a very easy translation to the mainstream scene whenever the time is right. Jace has been getting a lot of hate. Now, it's really it's because of 2 reasons. The beefing with a lot of people and the song wars with Playboy Max. Now, I'm going to start with the song wars with Playboy Max. I feel like that doesn't matter. To be honest, it's song wars. It's just for fun. It was bullshit. It would have been a great way for Jace to cross over into the mainstream. You feel me? But I don't think that makes sense for Jace to have that crossover into the mainstream. And if you guys have seen in the past, Jace has said that he doesn't even want to necessarily cross over into the mainstream. He wants to keep building up and keep establishing himself and keep growing bigger. Now he's almost at 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. But the reason why I included him on this list specifically is for really 2 reasons. One, I feel like a lot of people are forgetting about Jace for some reason. Not necessarily forgetting about him, but they're not really tapped in and talking about him. I think Jace is by far top 3 of that whole 2021 underground era. I think he was by far one of the best artists from that era. The second reason why I feel like he's going to save music is because I feel like he's about to go on a major run that we have not seen yet. You guys have seen Jace go on several runs with beefing with artists, to making really good music, to winning a lot of song wars, but I feel like we're about to see a whole new arc of Jace. Artificial Intelligence 4. Now, he only dropped this on SoundCloud, but I think this 6 EP project is perfect. I think everything about it is so good. He really, like, if you guys listen to this, let me know. I really feel like he is really perfecting his sound. Yours truly wasn't bad, but I'm telling y'all, Artificial Intelligence 4 might be his best project. It's only 6 songs, so I don't want to say it is his best project, but I feel like this is giving me, like, this project right here made me realize how good of an artist Jace is, and we have to take him serious. Now, he's done a lot of things to his career to make fans in the underground not want to take him serious, but I'm talking on a music standpoint. I think Jace is not only very influential for the youth and for music, I think he can go on a major run that he hasn't even gone yet and that we haven't seen as fans. So I think we need to be on the lookout for Jace. The 4th artist I think is going to save music is someone I have not seen anyone talk about. I haven't seen a single person talk about it. I've seen a few people talk about it when he did go viral. I saw Quavo. I saw Baby Kia. I saw a few people talk about this artist in particular I'm talking about, but ever since his little viral moment, I haven't seen much. He did just drop an album, and I think it's incredible. So I think he definitely deserves to be on here, but it's no other than Nuudini. Now, you have probably no idea who Nuudini is. Now,
if you're wondering
Nuudini,
how I score top,
if you guys know the trend Cash App and Zelle, I got Cash App and I got Zelle, that was created by this artist. Now, I've listened to his whole entire discography, which I am going to post on my second YouTube channel. So if you want to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, click it down below in the description. But Nuudini's sound, and I see a lot of comments too on his stuff that he sounds like Carti, he sounds like this and that, and he sounds like this. To me, I don't think he sounds like no artist. I feel like the originality with Nuudini is so on point. And if you go to his Spotify, he only has 1,000 monthly listeners. And his biggest song is almost at 170,000 streams. His last album was low-key insane. Like, every song on here I thought was a 10 out of 10. And I've never really had that with an artist before. I just think the music is really good. And, yeah, 1,700 miles per hour. It is such a really good album. Honestly, every album he has is really good. If you go to this little EP is super fire. This little EP is super fire. And you also have projects he's released from a few years back. This is also a pretty good project he released in 2024. But Reincarnated, I feel like was super ahead of its time, especially for it being dropped in 2023. Same with Bigger Than Life. I think Bigger Than Life and Reincarnated were so ahead of its time. Seeing Red was a decent album, but I think his best album by far is Bigger Than Life. A good runner-up is definitely 1,700 miles per hour and 7040. He's definitely on the rise. If you check out his YouTube, he's got some motion 5 days, almost 1,000 views on this music video. I don't know exactly if he's signed or not, but I do know that he's a fire artist, and I've been tapped in ever since I found him back with Hyena. I found him a while back, and I just wanted to see how he would evolve, and I think he's honestly evolved beautifully as an artist. I think the originality is on point. I really fuck with the aesthetic, and I think he has a really good chance. If someone powerful gets behind this man, I think this motherfucker could really take over music. I think he could honestly be one of the biggest rappers of all time, and I don't even think I'm being drastic. I'm being so serious. I see something with this artist in particular out of the 3 that I've already mentioned that I feel like he can do something that they can't, if that makes sense. Y'all have to check him out and let me know if I'm tripping. All right, the last artist I think is going to save music, and I'm going to make a part 2 to this video most likely, but I'm going to have to give it to my boy Rocket. Now, I found Rocket very early. Actually, I found him I think a year ago from now. I think I found him in June or May of last year. I think that's when he dropped Ganger. I think he dropped it in May. I could be wrong, but yeah, Ganger, I think maybe that's top 20 or maybe top 30 from him. I've heard maybe a few bad songs from Rocket. Not every song is perfect, but his sound is really starting to perfect. Now with Red Ranger, it was a really good start to something big. I feel like every song on this tape is like an 8 out of 10. Like at least. Some of these songs are close 9s. It's a really good tape. Red Ranger is a very good tape. I'd recommend it. And then he came out with his self-titled tape, Rocket. And in my opinion, it was a decent tape. Compared to Red Ranger, it was aight. But then he popped out with Richie Rich 2. Now, this album is fire. He came into 2025 with some fire shit. I'm not going to lie to you. This tape is by far his best tape. Bag like this shit, there's no skips. Bad Company, Deuce, Oxycodone, Accept, Kit, like Balenci Fabric, Beautiful Dancer. I'm not gonna lie, it's either Beautiful Dancer, RR shit, or Rockstar shit, or Bad Company. That's top 3 on Richie Rich. Rocket is gonna go up, and I feel like last year was his first year kind of getting traction. He's been making music since like 2021, 2022, but he's really in his prime right now. All I think he needs to do is just keep dropping music, keep spamming the music videos. Rocket is definitely gonna be on top for sure. With his aesthetic and like his whole personality, it gives me a lot of Comethazine, which I think is going to be great for this whole era we're in when it comes to the nostalgia baiting. But at the same time, I feel like he's nothing like Comethazine because of his music, his sound, his music, nothing like Comethazine. But maybe like with the way he looks and his aesthetic, I get a lot of Comethazine vibes. Rocket gonna go up. This is only the beginning for Rocket. Those are the 5 artists I believe that will help save music. 9 Vicious, Until Japan, Nuudini, 1AM, and Rocket. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment either video suggestions, your favorite artist I mentioned in the video, or who I am missing in the video. I'm coming back. I'm spamming YouTube videos. I'm going to try to do daily. If not, we're going to do at least 3 to 4 videos a week. I love you guys so much. 7L, 4L.